or house? Probably yes. Do you believe you could read my book, How to Fail at Almost Everything, and still win big and answer all of your questions about success and strategies for it? That would make it kind of easy because uh, construction flagger. I'm glad I could keep you sane. All right. Um, so, assuming that you're not going to read that book right away, how do you get to believe in yourself? Here's my, well, this is a slice of my best advice. You ready for this? You should make sure that you become good, extra good at just something. It doesn't even have to be something for money. It could be your sport or exercise or hobby or something. Something you're just really good at. Because if you go through the process of becoming really good at something, you're going to tell yourself, wait a minute, why is it that the one thing I spend time on, I'm better than other people? And the answer is that's all it is. That's all it ever is. Uh, that's most notable with the game of pool. If you get in a game of pool with somebody, I can tell you who's going to win because I'll just have to ask them, how much did you play in your lifetime? And then I would compare the answers and I'd say, oh, the one who played more is going to win. Once you realize how accessible success is, at least for the ordinary things of life that make you feel complete, having a good job and good relationships and stuff like that, it's way more formulaic than you think. Meaning that if you do the things that make those things happen, they usually do happen. So, for example, if I were having a self esteem problem, I would look to control everything I could control. So that's why I started with tidying up the house. It's the Jordan Peterson thing. But my own version is control everything you can control because that will always make you feel better about yourself and more in control. And one of the things you can control the most is your fitness. And if you found that you started looking way more fit than the people you hang around with, they're going to notice. They'll totally notice. That's completely under your control. Unless you have some major disability, it's completely under your control. So, I completely understand that people are in different situations. You can't always exercise, etc. And there may be periods of your life where you've got to just have other priorities for a little while. That happens to everybody. But over time, you should make sure that you're the most fit person you know, or at least look the most fit. You don't have to run 26 miles, but you should look like, if you're male, you should look like you were in the military. That would be my standard. Look like you were once in the military, because that would mean that you'd worked on your posture and at least your shoulders and arms were on point, right? So if you get your physicality right and you get your diet right, interestingly, getting your diet right and also your posture, those things all just make you feel better when you're walking down the street. But you're still going to have to, here's the important part, you're still going to have to put yourself, um, you're still going to have to put yourself in situations where there's lots of people and energy. So if you're not the kind who can go to a nightclub, and most people aren't, I'm certainly not, then join a team or a club or a league or a organization or meet more people at work. But just make sure you're just meeting more people. So if you're meeting lots of people and you're looking good and you're good at a few things, you're going to go into everything with the attitude, oh, I could be good at this other thing too. Maybe I could be good at whatever it is that I want that I don't yet have. That's right. You want to do micro steps. Micro steps. Do the smallest thing you're willing to do. toward your goal, even if that's just looking something up. If that's the smallest thing, do that. Then the next day, maybe call the phone number that you looked up, whatever. But 365 days, that's a lot of 1% steps. So, and once things get going, you can tell if it's going to work and it will create its own energy. Once something creates its own energy, then you're not doing the 1%, you're just all in. What about somebody who's in denial about their abilities? Everybody's bad at knowing their abilities. I was literally